Good morning, family and friends and fellow YouTubers. It's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and we are leaving the Thousand Trails campsite at Horseshoe Lake here in Clinton, Indiana, and we are now going straight north. We're going to end up in Beverly, Indiana at the Indiana Dunes National Park on the shores of Lake Michigan. That's our goal for tonight, is to end up at the Indiana Dunes National Park, which is right on the shores of Lake Michigan. So it's about a 3.5-4 hour drive trip. We're going to stop at a Walmart in between and just kind of have a nice relaxing day. This is a travel day for us, so we'll see what happens. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye for now. Okay, so this is what we've been following for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles now. Yeah. Great big combine and great big tractor with wagon. Jody says it's only been a half a mile.
Maybe a half a mile.
Feels like forever. Anyway, there's a lot of corn and a lot of beans in this area, so gotta have these giant machines. These are giant even for our standards.
Yeah, I think they're the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Keith Mudd's, I think, would rival those, though. All right, we are on North Indiana 63. So we're headed through Indiana. We're on North Indiana 63. Just been seeing a lot of cornfields, bean fields, wind turbines, farms. That's a big, beautiful farm over there. And a lot of green trees. So far the trees are green. We're hoping by the time we get to Maine, they're going to start changing colors. All right, we'll catch you guys on down the road. Just look at those big, beautiful wind turbines. And these are actually turning. Do they pivot besides just turn? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't even know how they turn. I don't think the wind's that heavy. I don't know how it works.
yeah, it doesn't seem very windy, but they're going fairly quick. There it is. Okay, so Jody and I have been traveling through Indiana, headed north. And we have seen lots and lots of cornfields, lots of these wind turbines, a few farmhouses, but we have not seen very many cities. And we are looking for a restaurant to have breakfast in, and we have yet to find one of those. So Indiana is pretty rural through this part. All right, we'll keep you posted as to whether we find a breakfast spot here on 63 North.
We're at 41.
Or are we on 41 now? Is 63 running into 41? Is that where?
Yeah.
We thought we were going to have an interchange, and all it did was change numbers.
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we found a small town called Boswell. But we're both guessing that even though they have a Dollar General, they probably do not have a Denny's or an IHOP. So we're going to keep on going down the road here.
Another 30 miles, we hit another interstate.
Oh, do we? And another 30 miles, we'll hit another interstate. We'll look for it there. It is very rural down through this area. I just cannot get over how many wind turbines there are in this area. I mean, they go all the way around us.
Yeah, my guess is if you want restaurants, avoid the areas with the wind turbines.
Really? I don't know if you can see them popping up out there in that cornfield or not. They're all the way around.
God, they go on forever.
Cornfields and wind turbines. That's what Indiana is.
They go on forever.
I know.
But
We're talking about these wind turbines. They are turning. And they're all turning and they just go on forever. And they're actually kind of pretty in this grouping, I think. I mean, they're white and they just kind of look like huge flowers out in the field. But I don't know if you can see how far they go. They just go on forever and ever. I'll zoom in here just a little bit. So Indiana has cornfields, bean fields, and wind turbines. That's their big sightseeing views so far. And little farms scattered here and there. John down the road. It's like roll. We run 1 mile. We have found our Denny's.
and the
Adult store. Well, they have to have something to do out here in all these cornfields.
Yes,
Joey.
that's for sure.
Oh my goodness. Cornfield after cornfield. Let's see, we're on Interstate 65 now, right?
Yep.
And our exit 240 is coming up, and that's where our Denny's restaurant that we're going to stop. We've been looking for breakfast, but I think we're into lunch, aren't we?
It's not even brunch anymore.
It's not even brunch anymore. So we are going to have lunch.
I think it's 12:30.
All right, it's 12:30. Yeah, we've been looking since what 9:30, 10 or 11.
Well, at least 11.
Yeah. So we left the camp, I guess, around 10.
Yeah.
And then we started looking for Denny's around 11. And now it's 12:30 and we have finally found one.
Just gotta see which
All
one.
right. Okay, Okay, so we found the Denny's. It's at this Flying J truck stop.
Take the interchange on the right.
Did you get it? I didn't even see it, so right on it.
We're on East 94, and we're in Porter County. We are very close to the Indiana Dunes National Park. Let's see, Porter is 4 miles, Michigan City 19, Detroit 256.
We're 12 miles to our camp,
12 miles from the national park,
from our campground.
from the campground. So in about 5 miles, we're going to be turning on 49 north to get on up to Indiana Dunes National Park, which is right on Lake Michigan shoreline. In fact, didn't you tell me that until about 5 years ago, it was the Indiana Dunes National Shoreline? And they
I'm not sure in the years, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and then they changed it now to the National Park.
Yeah.
So,
It's not been a lot of years, but by the sounds of it.
yeah. But it was a national shoreline, and now it's a national park.
They haven't changed that sign yet.
Well, Jody, we finally got out of the cornfields,
Gosh, thank goodness. Yeah,
and now we're in Truck City.
I was gonna say, I went from the cornfields to,
Yeah. Truck City, but hopefully we'll be back into some wild country here soon.
Turn right.
They have a state park and a national park up here.
In a half mile, turn right.
Not taking me some back way.
I know.
There was no sign that said.
I know.
You would think there would
This
be a sign.
Gladys likes to take Jody the back way a lot of times. I want to figure out what those grasses are. Well, there is a four-way stop up here.
Well, and I'm
so-
guessing like if we had just continued.
that we
But
would
she
have
thought
been.
this was straight through.
She thought this was shorter. We're seeing a lot of this kind of grass. Those plume heads, I guess you would say. Yeah, I think you're right.
Or I kept going and there would have been another turn.
Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. Yep, they didn't change that sign yet. That is the National Lakeshore.
Because it hasn't been that long. I don't think.
Yeah, it hasn't been very long since they changed it to the National Park. But it's on Lake Michigan, Lakeshore. So I'm excited to see it in case you guys haven't figured that out.
Turn left.
There's the beginning sign.
Guess we could have stopped. Surely we'll see it.
I was going to say, surely they have a bigger one than that.
I know. And one that actually says National Park. National Lakeshore.
We're going to be down here a couple of days, so
Yeah.
we'll have the time to
Yeah,
find
tomorrow we got all day at the
the
Lakeshore,
picture
so-
spot.
I thought we'd just go ahead and go to the campground.
Yes,
We could walk around the campground, look at some maps,
yes, I agree.
and then we'll find out what time the sunset is.
Relax this evening. Yeah, try maybe make it to the lake in time
Right.
to see the sunset
So we can
tonight.
drive over there to there's
Yeah.
parking lots. I think we can drive to.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
But I'm putting you in charge of finding out when.
When what?
I guess I'll have
Sunset?
to look it up. Yeah. We'll have to see if our internet's working better down there.
Yeah. Sometimes we can get internet at these places, and sometimes
In
we
a quarter
can't.
mile. Turn right.
Lots of trees, very shady down through here.
Turn right.
Oh, it's like here or there. That's I can't go there. So.
Yeah, it's too bad she doesn't say, not here, there.
But she says they're right. I'm like,
I know.
it's an empty driveway. I don't understand.
Us traveling through the Northeast was a little bit different than traveling through Texas, where
wintertime.
in the wintertime, where everything's flat, desert. Well, we hit a little bit of hill country, but still a lot of desert out through there.
It was
Here
kind of
we have-
gray and cloudy.
Yeah, here we have trees on top of trees. Now these trees in Indiana in the middle of September have not started turning yet. But we have a couple more weeks to get to Maine, and hopefully by then
But Maine's
they
further
will.
north.
Yes, that's true. Maine is further north.
Your sister didn't actually promise you.
You mean that those trees are not going to change colors?
I did my research and said that was the best week to go.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
keep our fingers crossed. That's what's bad is you're like, I don't know if it's going to be.
And I'm over here holding her to these high expectations.
Turn right.
Well, regardless of what color the trees are, I am sure we're going to have a fantastic time. So that's what matters. But Jody is really good at researching these things.
I was like, what do you mean turn left? Just turn right and then turn left.
left.
Okay, gotcha.
Turn left.
There's our sign,
There's our
Jody.
sign. We'll come back. We'll
Yeah,
walk back with me.
yeah.
on it.
Yeah. Indiana Dunes National Park. They got that one changed.
Turn right. Then you will arrive at your destination.
Trim these trees. Trying to see where the chicken
You have
is.
arrived.
Is this the chicken?
Is it on the right here? I think this looks like a ranger station.
They sure don't give you a good place to park, do they?
Not for an RV. All right, that's a quaint little place. Mia and I, we will wait out here, won't we, girl? It's funny, every time you leave, she jumps up in your seat and watches you go.
See, that's what I mean. Like I knew I had them behind me. I was like, man, give you much good parking.
Are you watching, Mama? Huh? Are you watching her? Yeah. She's gonna go check us in. You've been a good companion. Yes, a good ride along. I know. We're in Mather Loop, and we're in Site 12.
What was my lucky number?
Yay.
Well, when I was reserving, I
Oh.
had a number of choices, so I picked 12. You can kind of look at them, although you can't always tell exactly. But that's what's nice, is you can see what the campground looks like, campsite
Right.
looks like.
Well, it's a good thing Jody reserve because they are full. Looks like they give you quite a bit of space between each
that is
campsite.
nice. Yeah. corners.
12.
On here on the left?
Yep.
Yeah. I think I picked it because it had a really long or wide driveway.
Good place for backing in.
Yep.
Do you need help? Do you need for me to get out?
If I get worried, I'll let you know.
Okay. I mean, she normally does this by herself without me anyway, guys, so.
Yeah, well, sometimes I have to do it like 5 or 6 times.
She does have this thing down here that helps a little bit. Okay, friends, so we are at the Indiana Dunes National Park, and we came down to the sign and we're going to walk back to the campsite. Hello, family and friends and fellow YouTubers. It's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and we made it to the Indiana Dunes National Park. And we're going to go find our campsite and settle in for the evening. We're going to try to go down to the lake shore around sunset so we can see the sunset. And then tomorrow we're going to explore the whole national park. But we did make it to the Indiana Dunes National Park. It was known as the Indiana Dunes. It was known as the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore before it became the national park. And then there's the registration office. Did you get a map, Jody?
Yep, I got you.
Good. Walk over here. Says, known for its singing sands and moving dunes, the Indiana Dunes National Park spans the distance from Gary to Michigan City, Indiana, along 15 miles of Lake Michigan shoreline. The 15,000 acres of dunes, oak savannas, bogs, marshes, and forests offer an opportunity to explore the rich diversity of nature throughout the seasons. All right.
Look for the shortcut.
Yes.
You will teach you. I mean, when we take the shortcut.
Yeah.
Trying to kill Aunt Kim?
No, she walks right in front of me, just like one of my grandkids would do.
You coming?
Okay, we have Douglas Loop, the walking camp, and Mather Loop, and we are in Mather Loop. I'm going to go over here and tape a little bit of the amphitheater.
Okay. Keep walking.
Okay.
We'll have to stop somewhere, I'm sure, along the way.
So, not too far from the entrance of the camp, entrance is the amphitheater. We have a boardwalk, wheelchair accessible here. And right down in there is the amphitheater. This is a pretty nice little amphitheater down in here. There's like the stage and the seating. Yeah. Nice boardwalk entrance. And right across the road from the amphitheater is a shortcut path here that takes you down into the campsite that we need to be at. All right, and there we are. We are in Site 12.
I don't think that there's anybody parked there right now.
Yeah.
It looked empty.
Here's the campsite. Okay friends, so here I am back at our campsite, and it is a beautiful campsite. I'm going to do a pan around for you. You can see the RV back there with the slide out. And come on around, and we have a picnic table surrounded by woods, a little fireplace. Very secluded. I mean, the next camper is quite a few yards away from us, so we have a nice area here to ourselves. And there we go. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now. So here's an interesting display. Yeah. Looks like we have some acorns and some oak leaves right here by our front step.